Not said if they have a suspect or what led up to the shooting, just that they're investigating it as a homicide. This is 47-year-old Nuno Loureiro. Police say he was shot Monday night. He then later passed away at the hospital this morning. The shooting happened at his home on Gibbs Street in Brookline. I spoke to neighbors who say they heard multiple rounds go off.
A visionary leader in the race for American energy independence. Silenced. In the quiet halls of Brookline, a top MIT physicist is struck down, leaving a nation to ask, was this random or was he a target? Brookline, Massachusetts, Gibbs Street. It is an area defined by historic homes and quiet academic reflection, not violence. Yet, on the night of December 15th, that suburban peace was shattered. Authorities report that police units were dispatched to the residence of Nuno Loureiro following reports of a shooting. Inside the foyer of his own home, officers discovered the 47-year-old physicist suffering from multiple ballistic wounds. It was a chaotic scene, emergency responders fighting against time under the flashing lights of cruisers, attempting to save a life that was critical to the scientific community. Despite their best efforts and an emergency transport to the hospital, the fight ended the following morning. On December 16th, Nuno Loureiro was pronounced deceased. A homicide investigation is now underway in a neighborhood that rarely sees such tragedy, leaving residents and colleagues stunned by the sudden, brutal nature of this loss. To understand the depth of this mystery, you must first understand the magnitude of the man's work. Nuno Loureiro was not merely a professor. He was the director of MIT's Plasma Science and Fusion Center. He stood at the very vanguard of the quest for fusion energy, the holy grail of power generation that promises clean, unlimited energy for the world. His research focused on magnetic reconnection and turbulence, complex physics that hold the key to unlocking a sun-like power source right here on Earth. This is work with massive implications for national security and global economics. He was a physicist dedicated to freeing humanity from the constraints of scarce resources. When a figure of this stature, someone holding the intellectual keys to the future of energy, is suddenly removed from the equation, it sends shockwaves that travel far beyond the university campus. The loss of his expertise is a setback that cannot be easily measured. The official silence surrounding this case is deafening. As of this broadcast, law enforcement has announced no suspects, no arrests, and, perhaps most concerning, no motive. This void of information has allowed a storm of skepticism to brew across the nation. The public is looking at the facts. A top-tier nuclear scientist working on revolutionary technology neutralized in his own home, and they are refusing to accept the narrative of a random crime. Online discourse is flooded with intense scrutiny. Citizens are asking if his specific knowledge made him a mark. They are questioning if his work threatened established energy interests. The sentiment is widespread and firm. When a man operating at this level of strategic importance is tragically lost, the public demands more than just a standard police report. They see a pattern, and they are demanding to know if this was a random tragedy or something far more calculated. The Massachusetts Institute of Technology is now draped in mourning. Colleagues describe a visionary leader, a physicist whose intellect was matched only by his dedication to his students and the advancement of science. But beyond the personal tragedy for his family and the academic community, there is a tangible national cost. Every time we lose a mind capable of solving the great challenges of our time, the nation takes a step backward. The investigation continues, but the shadow cast by this event is long and dark. Was this a senseless act of violence in a society struggling with crime, or was it a strategic blow against progress? Until the authorities provide a suspect and a motive that stands up to scrutiny, the theories will only grow louder, and the tragedy of Nuno Loureiro will remain an open wound in the heart of American science. We will remain vigilant until the truth is brought to light.